Hello there, Commanders. Welcome to week 8 of my top 5 mods of Xcom 2. Another week and more mods have been added. Frank here, the Red Tie Guy, and it's been quite an interesting week. I've had a difficult time choosing my top 5 mods this week because there has been quite a few interesting mods, not only cosmetic mods, but some mods that change abilities, that change stats, and that change stats to aliens. So as I've said since the beginning, I've wanted something more than cosmetic mods, and the fact that they're making mods that drastically start changing the gameplay is really interesting to see, and I cannot wait to see some drastic gameplay changes like a Long War mod or like a full-on Terror from the Deep mod, which is like a whole underwater level. I would really love to see some things like that. But until then, this is my top 5 mods for week 8. Coming in at number 5 is the Xcom Enemy Unknown Enemy Within ports. Now, if you haven't played Xcom Enemy Unknown or Enemy Within, then what's wrong with you? And secondly, some of the armors in those games were really awesome. I really dug, especially the DLC armor. And it was a pity not to see them in Xcom 2. I was hoping, especially like the Titan armor, I was hoping they would use some of those armor in Xcom 2. But with the storyline, you essentially lost. So you lost everything in your base. So it's understandable that you lost all your armor and everything. But this mod is 131 megabytes and is created by Mr. Kablamorfish. And he or she, I'm guessing it's a he because it's Mr., but he created, he basically took the armor that were in XCOM Enemy Within and Enemy Unknown and brought that into XCOM 2. From what I've seen so far, it's not like the Titan armor, it's just the helmets, which is fine for now, but I would like to see some of the armors coming into XCOM 2. But this is a really awesome mod. If you really invested a lot of time in XCOM Enemy Within and Enemy Unknown like I did, then you really will appreciate this mod. It is only 130 megabytes and it is definitely my number 5 mod of this week. Coming in at number 4 is the Collateral Demolition mod at 0.4 megabytes created by Divine Lugubration, yeah, I pronounced that correctly hopefully. And basically what this mod is a very simple mod, but when you try and lob a grenade at an enemy, or have a rocket launcher or anything like that, you are very restricted. You try and like the area of effect damage, you want to get another alien into the area of effect damage, and you try and move it, but it automatically goes to this next square, and it's sometimes difficult to get that area that you wanna damage. And this mod makes the movement freely, so you can, it's basically like as you move your mouse around, the area of effect damage will move with your mouse, which is really nice because you are not limited to blocks essentially. And this is really awesome mod. It's definitely going to help me throughout my campaign. And this is definitely my number 4 mod of this week. Coming in at number 3 is the Iraqis Children extra options, and it is 0.08 megabytes created by Zleezy. And basically what this mod does is it adds some of the hats for Iraqis Children DLC as upper face and lower face props to be used with other hats, hoods and helmets. It also adds the DLC torsos as separate torsos that can be used with the default arms. These do not have DLC icons next to them, but this mod does require the Iraqis Children DLC in order to work. So basically it just adds extra options when you customize your soldiers with the Iraqis Children DLC. And so far, just a quick note on the Iraqis Children DLC, it is, a lot of people complained about it because it's essentially mods that they're charging, but I think it is really awesome because it adds a lot of new options. More than 100 new options to customize your soldiers, and the customizations are just so awesome. And I highly recommend you guys download Iraqis Children. It isn't very expensive, and this mod is really awesome at 0.08 megabytes, and it is my number 3 mod of this week. Coming in at number 2 this week is the Black Market Usage mod. It is 0.3 megabytes and it was created by Dave. What this mod does is it displays possible usage of items on the black market sell screen. So there's no more wondering whether you still need Advent trooper soldiers or anything like that, and data is gathered dynamically, so modded items, costs, etc. should show up as well, which is really nice. It is basically a time saver mod and it doesn't really change anything in terms of stats or cosmetics. It just saves you time when you use the black market. Like me, I use it often. So if you use the black market often, then this is going to save you a lot of time. It is my number 2 mod of this week. Coming in at number 1 this week is the cost-based ability color mod. It is only 0.1 megabyte, very small, and it is created by Infectedum. So basically what this mod does is just what it says in the name. If you sometimes simply forget to use single AP abilities like Aid, Protocol, Quick Draw or Reload before shooting, this mod is exactly for you, like for me, because I do forget at times. Because it changes the default ability color icons to reflect their action points, so you can see at a glance which actions will end your turn and which won't. Basically, the white icons is free action, the blue icons using an ability will not end the unit's turn, and the yellow icon using this ability will end this turn. Now, I find it strange that the developers didn't include this in a base game, because it's such a simple mod, such a simple idea, yet it saves a lot of time. Because sometimes when I get to, like, I'm late in the game, well, I've basically finished the game, and your characters has a lot of abilities. Now, I do forget at times which abilities will end a full turn, and then I need to hover over it and think, okay, this does that and so on. But this mod just saves that time. It really is awesome, and I highly recommend you guys download this mod. It is only 0.1 megabyte and is my top mod of this week. So there you have it, guys. That is my top 5 mods for week 8. What are your 5 mods, or what are your favorite mods of this week and so far of this month of March? Let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what you'd like to see. Have the mod that you've wanted to see since the beginning appeared in the game? One of my mods that I've wanted to see since the beginning was Stormtrooper outfit, well, cosmetic outfit at least, was a Stormtrooper outfit, and they've created just that with the voice. So that is pretty awesome. I'm still hoping for like a full-on expansion mod, like a Long War or a Terror from the Deep. I've said that since the beginning. I want a Terror from the Deep mod, and hopefully somebody will create that pretty soon. I can imagine a mod like that does take time because it is quite massive, but hopefully we'll see it pretty soon, and I'll definitely check that mod out and play the entire game with that mod. So if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs down, but please tell me why so I can improve on my videos. My name is Frank, I'm the Red Side Guy, and frankly, thank you for watching. Catch you guys in the next video.
Don't forget to click that subscribe button, Commanders, and remember, we will be watching.